For those of you unfamiliar with Dirt Cheap, they're a clearance store that sells discontinued, overstock, and return items, frankly, at dirt cheap prices. Now, you can get great deals there, but there is a catch. You cannot return items. So if you buy something and it doesn't work, well, you're out of luck. Well, I picked up this Onn tablet. That's a Walmart brand tablet. This is obviously a return item. I'm going to see if this works. That's coming up on ThriftyAV. This Onn tablet has a price tag that says $64, but that is not the price of the item. The price on the price tag is the estimated value. Now, this has some percentage discount that's going to change over time. Now, I'm going to use the Deal Finder app to see what the current price is on this device. It is a 90% off product at this point. So if you can find one, you would pay $6.40 for this tablet. All right, let's get into this box. It's upside down in here. If there was protective plastic on here, it's been peeled off. There is some slight scuffing on it. That might be why it was returned. This uses a USB-C cable, unlike my older Onn tablet. Here's a power adapter. Let's see what happens when I hit the power button. Hi there, that's a good sign. Let's hit start. It found my Wi-Fi network, so I'm going to go ahead and connect to one of them. And you don't get to see my password. It now says checking for updates, so I'm going to let it do its updates. It died on me while I was doing my update, so I went ahead and plugged it in so I could get this thing charged up. It finished updating. Now it says copy apps and data. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to do a fresh install, so I click don't copy. And now it wants me to log into my Google account. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Google's two-step verification requested verification that this was me on my phone, and I'm going to go ahead and say yes. If you want to use this device, you have to agree to the terms and conditions. This is not my primary device, so I'm not going to do a backup on it. This device will always be in my house, so I'm not going to set a screen lock on it. I don't want Google Assistant. This tablet has two cameras, one here on the front and another one back here on the back. I'm not really expecting super high resolution out of these, but I want to test some video with both of them. I'm talking into the camera on the back of the tablet where I can't see how it's framed. So I'm just totally guessing on the framing, but this is what it looks like and sounds like. I'm now talking on the side of the camera where I can actually see myself in the view screen and frame my shot. It looks a little bit hot to me, but I'll see what it looks like in post. I'll also hear what it sounds like. The video on the built-in cameras was a little bit fuzzy, a little bit low resolution, and not widescreen, but the audio exceeded my expectations. It was better than I thought it would be. Let's run some benchmarks on this tablet. I've dimmed the light so you can see the screen a little better. There are two benchmarks I like to use with tablets. One of them is Geekbench and the other 3D Mark. I'll be installing both of these. One nice thing about Geekbench is as soon as you launch it, it tells you your model, your OS, and your CPU on the tablet. I'm now going to run a CPU benchmark. And just an FYI, Geekbench 5 takes a little bit of time. The single core score was 168, multi-core score was 591, which is about what you can expect out of a budget tablet. I'm not going to talk about the individual test scores, but I will scroll through them, so if there's anything you want to see, just pause it at the appropriate place. For 3D Mark, I'm going to run the Slingshot Test. This test actually has an FPS count down here. The overall score on Slingshot was 957. Really not that great. Here are the frames per second on the various graphics and physics tests. Now these results are in keeping with a budget tablet. If you want good frames per second, you will need to buy a performance tablet. This Onn tablet is definitely not the greatest on the market, but it is functioning as it is supposed to. So I say this dirt cheap deal was a success. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel, and remember, stay thrifty, everyone.